Cup of Joe with Poe. I'm your host, Don Poe. Today we're going to be discussing generating a buzz, right? But being authentic and true to yourself and your creativity. It's the most important thing here. It's your vision. It's what you see that you need to bring to life. Now, I look at it from many different perspectives and areas, considering I have many a wheelhouse. I'm not a niche content creator. I content create on everywhere, right? Whatever comes to mind, that's me. Mine's more of a reality TV. So the first thing you have to do is really know your product, your brand, whatever it is that you're generating a buzz around. You need to know it inside and out. You need to know its workings and everything about it from front to back. Then you got to believe in it more than anything. You have to truly believe in something and put your all into it. I make songs, and at the moment of making the song, I'm thinking this is the one. This is the best song I've ever done. I'm doing this. This is great. Then after it's done, maybe the vision and what I heard in my head and seen in my head didn't come out the same once the product was finished. But they could tell you put effort and time into it. That's the point. Authenticity sells better than anything because it's just being true, being honest, being real. People gravitate to that. So many have been faked and fooled and tricked into believing things. When it comes to music, do any of you think that Rick Ross ever sold drugs or does? No, it's hard to say. No. Stole his name to begin with. But he had a vision. He had a goal. He seen something and he made it come to fruition, to life. I appreciate somebody with honesty because I feel an honest person has more integrity than someone that lies and plays deceitful games. Now, in the world of entertainment, there is a such thing as fantasy entertainment or just entertainment in a whole. The music industry, horrorcore, falls under entertainment as fantasy. Love it. You can say whatever you want. You can make up the most crazy stories you want and say it in your music. Same with gangster rap falls in that same category because people will talk about things. It's just delivering a message. Now that's something that people have been lacking on for a long time. What is the message you're delivering? And it's very important. Like right now, this message is to tell you if you want your numbers to grow, you want to see an increase in your content creation and everything, then just do it. You got to get out here and do it. The most important thing I realized as a content creator was tutorials and how to surf through them to get the information I'm looking for. I want to learn something. I need to know it inside and out. Tutorials help me. I'll watch how other content creators have made their mark and the ideas they use, their formulas, things of that nature. Help me to mold what I'm doing here. Now, we are with no budget, but we make it happen. Before I go any further and telling you how you can get 1 million views in 1 year, I'd like for you to subscribe, hit that like button, and hit the notify bell button so you get notified every time we drop one of these insightful Cup of Joes. Cup of Joe with Bo goes all over the place. Today, we're going to be really on topic here. You want those views, you want your content to be monetized, you want to make money doing this. In order to do that, you have to see what others are doing, and maybe it's your niche market and who's performing well and what is driving their numbers. A lot has to do with consistency, because anything that you do more and more and more of will sharpen you. It will keep you really on your toes. You'll see things you didn't before. You'll learn from any mistakes you made, critique yourself, watch your own content, listen to your own music, be your own biggest critic, and let others hear it. What you may think is amazing, someone else might think is just mid. You can bring mid to the market all day long, and you should, because you want a portfolio. You want to have some sort of digital footprint that says, look, this is me from A to B. Star Nation Network was not born overnight. This was a transition from Murder House music to Slum Star music to Star Nation Network. Now there's a nice ring to it. Now there's something you can get behind, because when one shines bright, we all shine bright. Nice moniker to it. Nice look to it, nice feel to it. It's not negative. It's not antisocial. It's not promoting any negativity. Quite the opposite. So in my journey, myself, we're going to touch down on this too. Once I realized that I wanted to go full-time content creation, I was in Tennessee, and we had hit a patch in our journey that called for us to go into the wild, called for us, something just rung in my head. Something said, don't go back up to Ohio. Don't go back to any comfort or safety or security that you know is there, even though it would be trying and tough and a struggle. Don't do that. Go even further south and make it even more of a struggle and more public. Put your life on display for the world to see, a true reality TV show. And in doing so, once I made that decision, that's when my life changed for the better. I used to wear jewelry. I still do, but very moderately, not for flash. I used to want to flash. Now, in some arenas and some areas of life, that is called upon, if that's what you're into. But for a daily, every single day, no, I'm not putting a costume on every day. It's not going to happen. So I shed all that and became just me, bare bones, real name on there and everything. Got verified, been certified. So in this journey through the Florida Keys, we picked up exponential followers. I mean, there were so many people and new people, and still, even to this day, we have continued traction and continued numbers and continued growth. We have gotten to this new cusp because it seems like every time we seem like we're right there and we're about to just make it over the event horizon and just go all the way to the top, it seems like there's just another climb. It's just like these numbers, how you watch them in your analytics, and that's another thing. If you do not even know how to read your analytics, stop this video right now. Come back to it when you're done watching everything there is about analytics and how to study them and know what they're telling you. They are literally giving you a formula with your analytics. This performed because of this reason. It's all in there. You just have to take the time to search it out, break it down, and look at it. The better you do, the more prep you put into something, the more time it takes, the better it tastes. And the better it tastes, the more they'll keep coming. Before you know it, it's like you put MSG in your content and they can't stop eating it. That's real talk. But never compromise yourself. Don't put yourself in a position that you feel uncomfortable, and never do anything to hurt anyone else for gain or profit. Now, me, I'll tell you how I gained most of my YouTube traction. And YouTube is one of the hardest, if not the hardest, to gain substantial traction and keep. Not too hard to pop a video here and there and get a couple thousand views. But to break through, and I've yet to do this myself, even with the 1.5 million views I have in, under 3 years, right around that mark. That's a pretty good accolade to stand on. I didn't just get that off of video. I got that off of doing some research on others that were gaining traction at the same time. Once I found my target that I wanted to market, once I found that target demographic, I had to realize, what is it that they like about this niche market they're watching? Found that out. I'm a patriot at heart. I love my country. I would lay down and die for my country. True patriot here. Jump in front of a bullet for the president, no matter what, if they were Democrat, Republican, or otherwise. True patriot. Love my country. So when I see a foreign rapper come here and set up shop and act like he's an American, like he was born here, pushing the most patriotic stuff, and I dig more into this person, I'm like, wow, their lyrics are amazing, but something's off. Why do they look demonic? Why are they in this dark atmosphere even though they're trying to promote the light? I had to really look into it. Well, come to find out, uber rich at any point could just pay $750 and become a real U.S. citizen, but instead would choose to connive and take advantage of Americans having merchandise made in other countries and then sold to Americans with American flags and stuff on it. I find that quite appalling. So once I found out the truth about that, I exposed this artist and I went in. And I feel that words lead to action. And once it was to that point, I wanted action. I wanted physical confrontation, because I figured this man would say, hey, if someone else is challenging me to a physical altercation, if I meet the requirements and standards by not being too big, too small, whatever, we can do this. Me and him could definitely do that. He's not that much bigger than me, and I would consent to whatever forms, but he wouldn't do it. But that opened up the door for his fans that were on the fence about him to say, you know what, this Don Poe guy's on to something. We would like to see this match. So they subscribed, and they subscribed, and they subscribed, and we're almost to 2,000 subscribers. Now, here's where I need to pause for a moment. If you have not subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button, follow, show the algorithm that a small content creator like myself and aspiring and up-and-coming content creators like yourself can get a network going together and push our good material and content that's authentic and no green screens, none of that. Look, I mean, not that I'm against that, I do use them too, but for this I needed authenticity, I needed real. I wish that you were here with me in person and we were all discussing this, a bunch of small content creators in the same bracket or genre, looking to make that next step together. Like-minded individuals coming together to grow something, grow it rapidly, like Miracle-Gro. And that's where we're at with these videos. So, Cup of Joe with Poe is geared more toward a positive mental attitude and stoic ideologies, things of that nature. I do have my days where my personal life will bleed into this pretty bad sometimes. As you may know, if you've been watching this for a while, we do have faithful, loyal fans that tune in every episode. These small numbers here are growing. This is a snowball effect that is just gonna become so big, it's gonna have to hit a mountain, pop off into orbit, and have its own celestial body as it floats around. That's how much snow we're gonna pick up, snow. That's how much momentum. Wherever you're at in the world today, I hope you're you're enjoying your day, please take the time to talk to others about your ideas. But make sure when you do this, they're pro-social people. They don't have to be 100% positive. They don't have to always tell you what you want to hear. You want the ones that they're not going to hold back. And strangers, especially in the music industry. If you are making music, let others hear it before you put it out. You might want to go back in and tweak some things. Like I just dropped a song recently, today as a matter of fact, with the Final Boss, which is my alter ego. So, you know, not only am I operating my own content now, I'm also operating my alter ego's content along with this. I see something that others don't see in this. When I go to perform, think about this. You go to a show, and you go to a lot of shows, a lot of music shows, and you've seen a lot of acts. So the guys are going, Don Poe gets up there. That's me. Don Poe, blah, 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 and I rock it. I kill it, like I always do. Amazing performance, right? If there's one person or a million people, it's the same energy. And I'm just going, I'm giving my all. Then a couple other guys come up, and, you know, there's a lot of acts in a night. And then the Final Boss comes up. That's where I go outside. I go and find the Final Boss. He's in whatever vehicle. You know, he's in different clothing. And he goes back in, which is me, my alter ego, and then perform a whole nother set as another artist with a whole different persona. And then finish the night out as the Final Boss. I believe people will remember that show. I believe they'll be like, man, this guy performed twice in one night as two different artists. I don't think anybody's really doing that. If they are, chat, please let me know. I would love to explore that. You know, that's some of my research to do today. Ooh, we're getting down to the 20-minute mark. And that's where we need to be. That's what we need to get these numbers increased, because we're working on watch hours right now. That's all we lack, Star Nation Network, are just watch hours. And we're not that far away. This is the year that we get monetized on YouTube. That's why I want to make these videos too at this point, to really show this growth. Because I've been watching these tutorials, I've been watching these key little things to do. If you don't know this by now, I would imagine you don't really need to be seriously thinking about making content as a living. And that's the most important things to this, which is title and thumbnail. Title and thumbnail. That has to catch them. Not to mention now, when you put something on, if it's a short or otherwise, it'll show a clip, a couple seconds of what it is. You can catch them in that. It's all about the hook. You're fishing out here for subscribers. Because in order to get your watch hours up and in order to get your views up, you need subscribers. That's what you need to focus on more than anything else, is subscriber count, to get it up. Once you get your subscriber count up, if they're organic, that's another thing. Don't buy into this bot stuff. Don't do it. You will see in the long run, at first it's really cool. Look, I got 46,000 followers already. Do you? Do you? And then you go look at them and they're no name, no face, they're no history behind them. You know it's just a bot farm manufactured fake Gmail, because that's all it is. They just make a fake Gmail. And they have a computer system that can do this now. How many emails and Gmails are out there because of these people making these fake accounts, I wonder. Think about that one. Wow. Man, no wonder you keep running out and you try to come up with something like, oh, here's my, no, how did somebody take this? That's how, because of these bot farms. Well, I like to go kick a door in on a bot farm. And with a shoddy and blow the computer, it's like, no more bot farming, get it organic. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. Bot farm away if you want. I never hate on another man's hustle unless it involves certain moral issues that shouldn't be crossed. And I'll have no more respect for drug dealers that peddle any kind of poison that kills others. I don't care if you sell weed, I don't care. Hell, I don't care if you sell cocaine, I don't care about crack. It's fentanyl and these pills and these new drugs that keep coming out, the things that go in needles, slime balls, they all are. They all are. No respect anymore. Gets none. Whole different subject, whole different topic. We'll probably touch on that tomorrow. This has been Cup of Joe with Poe. I'm your wayward traveler, Don Poe. And if you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe, like, follow, whatever it is. And new song just dropped. It's somewhere in here. When you're scrolling through here, you'll see it somewhere in here. You'll see, you know, two of the same looking person, but it's me and the final boss. All right. I hope everybody enjoys their day, and remember, when one shines bright, we all shine bright. Come shine with the nation. One.